Hello, Toddbog here with Breaking the Stream, and welcome back to my Let's Play of Conquest of Elysium 4, the Tim the Enchanter playthrough. Where we last left off, we had basically seen a bunch of the Dryad Queen armies traipsing through our lands, so it leads me to believe that they're in a much stronger position than traditionally they would be, so that might be problematic. We haven't seen hide nor hair of our third opponent. Let's see, Atara. So more than likely, I'm sure that Dinomemna, our Dryad Queen, has expanded into Atara's territory, and may even have taken some of our Troll King's territory as well. It may be a little too powerful, but we'll see. Either way, we got control of this area once again, eliminating an army pretty handily with this army here. So, pretty good force we have built up here. So we're going to go chase. I saw the Troll King have an army over here. And, okay, that is 181 units. And they're actually pretty good quality units, too. Being berserk. Sleep immune, that doesn't matter. Well, I guess it matters because my sleep spells won't work on them. But these guys up here are pretty dangerous. Chimeras are amazing. They have a fiery breath with a range of 10, so they'll just chew through. Especially my bow troops that are just 1 damage guys. Does 1 to 8 damage and can be used in close combat. And then, as you can see, it just has 4 other attacks on top of that. So 5 attacks. It's just a pretty nasty little guy. This guy only hits once, but he hits for 1 to 14 until he berserks. And he's got 76 hit points and 1 armor. These guys have 73 hit points and 2 armor. They're fire resistant and shock resistant as well. Interesting. And then we got these Centaur Warriors. 25 hit points, 1 armor. And they hit pretty hard as well, all told. So yeah, this is an army that I think would be a direct counter to my army right now. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, these guys only hit for 1 to 5 damage, and they've got a lot of things that can take multiple hits. So these guys having 14 hit points on that one, 12 here, 11. It's going to take 3-4 hits to get through those. So, and that's 181 units. Interesting. Okay. Trying to think what our best option here is. Yeah, these attacks do so much damage. That bite and claw. Alright. Well, I see this as a sacred grove. I wonder if we can crush that. This is who we were going after, so we're going to go ahead and crush him, and we'll see what they do. Sacred grove is where they create, where the Dryad Queen creates troops. So I'm going to see if I can maybe burn it down since we have a fire mage. I don't know how the sacred groves work actually, so we'll see. Alright. These guys can chase down these guys up here. This right here is going to hurt us. Don't have much in the way of options for movement, so we're going to go this way, and we're going to take this back from them first. See where these guys end up going. Basso was basically going to sit on here and create flesh golems, so let's do that. And then he's just going to sit there until that grows. Goldcough, excuse me. I guess he can continue his hunting of the dwarves, and we'll see what happens there. Immerfrid. See, we got control of this local area again. Let's go ahead and take these. Well, let's take this away from them. They're generating a ton of resources, I'm betting, so we'll see what happens there. And borrow, what do you have? Absolutely nothing. So borrow. Let's see, we'll go to repeat, and let's create flesh golems here as well. Okay. Yeah, this isn't looking good. Let's see what else shows up. speed through these fights because they're not really changing anything here. This is going to be nice and easy. There we go. Yep, she took my stream. Some more guys coming. Some more guys coming. Oh boy. Alright, so they got 48 units coming to attack this. That would be pretty bad, but even if they circumvent it, I mean, we got 127 units here. We can probably take them out, but guess I should run defense, right? Do that. We'll go ahead and recruit ourselves. Let's get ourselves the White Wizard. And we'll go ahead and throw up some spearmen as well. Transfer those up to get that melee line built up a little bit. Alright, let's see what we can do here. We're going to want to take that city out as well. There's another goblin leader. 71 goblins that we can see. Do we have a scout in this force? I don't see one, so there might... Although they are in a forest, so I should be able to see the goblins, right? They're normally forest style. So I got some sort of sight, probably from a magic item at this point, so... Alright. These guys will stay put. These guys will also go with him. Okay. And then Tim. What do we got here? We're going to go ahead and use your special powers to animate a ballista. Okay. Exit out of that. Gold cough. Well, you're on a forest, so let's create a wood column. Yeah, if the wood golem's healed, they might be worth it, but at this point you can see how badly they get beaten up, so they don't last for more than a handful of fights. There we go. Alright. Oh, we can see what this force is. $256 units. My lord. And that's a whole front line of Grove Guard, which are just phenomenal and are going to destroy us because they can just rampage through our troops, knocking them aside. Not a fan of this. This is rough. I don't know if this is a game match we can win unless I find something else that we can do. Alright, well, let's see. Ragamund. We can burn the forest. So let's burn the forest. Let's start with that. And that should get rid of this. And if that's the case, that's awesome. And then I guess this force will come up here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to just try and push into their territory and see if we can do some damage to them. See if that will help us out. But yeah, 256 units. I have to stay here at this point. There's nothing I can do against that force. Even though it's all animals and stuff, there's no ranged attackers. These guys will just rip through my melee line and get to my archery, and that's when it goes downhill. So. Okay, let's go ahead and you know what, we're gonna do a ritual of mastery, iron grafting. All right, that is something that I never got, which would have been nice to have. Makes your flesh golems even better. So how many flesh golems do we have here? Just the one. I don't know how that works. Like, how many does it affect? So I might head out to there. As a matter of fact, I can do that now. So we'll do that. And I'll try it out and see what it does. Just so we know for the future if we ever decide to do a playthrough like this again. Okay. And these guys are done, so we're going to go ahead and end turn. As expected. I wonder if they can save it by putting out the fire. Oh, good. Even more troops. Alright. Got a Sea Father. So we're getting some cool mages, that's for sure. 176 units. Haha, they're on fire. And they're all berserk. So, you get to see this since they're standing on fire. They took damage, which is great. But that makes them berserk, so they do more damage. Doesn't affect these guys because they got the 50% fire resistance, but... and how much damage they took? It took a chunk of damage. I'm actually surprised about this. I didn't know about this standing on a burning forest. Do I push? I mean, it's 176 units now. I mean, they're not going to attack me, so yeah, let's push. Well, that was a nice fiery noise. Oh yeah, let's see what they have here. 423 units. Yeah, and he's got himself a little glove. Gauntlet of Protection. As if he needs it with this massive army here. Okay, so that's a 400-something unit. There was another almost 300 unit. We're fighting that. Depending on how that goes, I may end up just forfeiting my life here. That's only 13, so we can barely deal with that with this force here. Maybe not with the Minotaur there. So we're just going to do that just to spite him. No other reason. You guys can come here and just see where this 256 unit army is. Alright, come right back. Yeah, what may end up happening is, well, let's go ahead and use a special power either way. Iron Grafting. Okay. So Iron Grafting does just 1, but they do 1 to 8 damage and have 2 armor and 33 hit points. So that's a nice bonus. That's a +3 to damage, 2 armor, and a second attack. That's huge. All for 10 iron, but and you can do that 3 times, I believe. Yeah, Iron Grafting doesn't even cost you any movement points. So, but it still took an action point. So yeah, it doesn't, even though it doesn't have the boots, it just means it costs 1, I guess. So, well, that would have been nice to have, but I don't think it would have changed what we've got here, which is some ridiculousness for sure. So, all right, we're gonna move Goldkoff here. These guys are done, and I believe that's all we can do. So, let's see how this battle goes. We're all on fire. Oh, fantastic! I wasn't expecting the fire to affect all of us like that. Oh yeah. So, yeah, these guys are doing their bit. She's got spellcasting of her own. Mist of Confusion. Okay. That's a burst 25 confusion spell. That's rough. Enchanting Voice. Sleep. So some of these wouldn't be as useful if I had nothing but golems and such, but I did have to supplement with human troops. So those appear to be the only things left, as a matter of fact. Yeah, attacking on that fire was definitely a mistake. Alright. So yeah, at this point, yeah, there's no way I can win. So what we're going to do is I'm going to get all my leaders woken up, and we're just going to go and get them all killed just so we can see the end result of the map and kind of see what we're dealing with. So, yeah, let's see what happens here. See these things, the guardian statues do their part. They're murdering the minotaurs for sure. This thing here though has the Harpy Queen has Orb Lightning, which is 1 to 8 damage and a burst of 15 that stuns, and then Chain Lightning, which bounces. So yeah, we're seeing some of those effects of those spell castings. And now they're into the thing, so at this point, pretty much a moot point, but we're doing our damage. That's the important thing. So we definitely did some damage there, but not nearly enough, obviously. So they're down to 221 units. So, everybody wake up. Let's go ahead and transfer out all these units. I think that'll be sufficient. We can have some units. Doesn't need to be thorough, but okay. And let's kill ourselves on the wall there. Tim and Basso, let's go ahead and transfer out all of these. And get that. Alright, you guys can... Oh, you can't reach. So we'll go ahead and wake everybody up here. And let's see. We'll go Goldkoff, transfer. Okay. And who knows, we may see some fun battles with just our lords here. So we're all going to just charge into that. Tim will get himself killed next round. And that sucks. That fire, though, is doing its work. It's just taking forever to burn down that thing. Okay, and here we've got 13 units, so let's go ahead and transfer here. Yeah, we'll go ahead and murder ourselves there. And that's it. So we'll go ahead and end turn. Oh, I converted him. Poor guy. Pretty much foregone conclusions. Now there will be some funness with Tim the Enchanter, and you'll see it here when they attack. Oh, I forgot my home territory has somebody casting spells. I'll have to go to them. Alright, so Tim brings up the undead, casts himself a spell, and then you're going to watch Tim just burn through their lines. Why? Because he has non-magic invulnerability. So he cannot be hurt unless the attacks are magical, and they don't have any mages. So watch this. He's going to have to just beat them down very slowly. Luckily, we gave him a venom sword, so he does 1 to 12 damage per swing. Otherwise, this will take even longer. But he's invulnerable, so they can't do anything about it. So... you might have seen that happen with my Paladin in my Voice of El playthrough, as he could cast invulnerability on himself. But unfortunately it doesn't work if they have a spellcaster in the midst, which doesn't look like they have one here. So, yeah, Tim, have some fun. Keep doing that until they find a way to kill him. Down here, though, I do have to wake up Theodric. You're done. Let's transfer out those bows that you were making. And at this point, we'll head up to where that army was there. So, alright. Go ahead and turn. So as long as I can cast that invulnerability. Oh, somebody's got magic. Who is it? Oh, wait, this guy's got a magic sword. He's got a venom sword as well. Alright, well, I was taking some damage, but I do heal as well. I regenerate as a result of the... What is it? The Bloodstone armor. Nope. Yeah, the Bloodstone armor gives me regeneration. So... So... Somebody here... Is it you? You don't have a magic attack. You? Boar? No. I don't know who has the magic attack. Let's see, you get pushed all over because of the minotaurs. Poor guys. Oh, it's a poison. Ah! Well, they got Tim. And now they got me. So that should be the last of it. And then we'll get to look at the map and kind of see what we're seeing. So, alright, we're just going to speed through this because I know the end result is going to be pretty quick. Bows are doing good though. But now the spellcasters. You can see what all the bows are doing, but ultimately that lightning just obliterates the bows, as you can see. Jeez. Alright. Yeah, way to strengthen yourself out. Okay. So let's go ahead and view the score graphs. And yeah, that's just ridiculous. Army strength is just through the roof, right about here. So when I first met them, I probably should have pushed them, because the Troll King is never that strong. So that was my fault. Here we've got the number of citadels owned. So yeah, we were doing pretty well on the citadel side until, you know, obviously they started just taking more and more over. Gold income we kept up, but we had to use so much more gold than they did. Iron income we did pretty well as well. This is herb income and fungal income. So the herb income is huge for the Dryad Queen. Sacrifices, that was... Okay, so we had a High Priestess. So she had a high point of sacrifices, but we don't know what that number is, unfortunately. And then I think that's about it, right? Trade, and then, yep, so yeah, that is just a meteoric rise right there. So that's basically unmolested. So let's look at the map here. So as you can see, blue is still just filled with trash, just so much trash wandering around. But red was already in his territory. And where was his main citadel? Is it here? It is here. So yeah, my attempts to eliminate blue would probably have worked. He still had, oh, very cool. He had an Etten, which is huge. Does 1 to 17 and 1 to 13 damage with this great clubbing club. Otherwise, he's... Yeah, he is giant size, so that's about the only benefit. Then you had the regular old hill giant, which is better than the Etten. Because he does siege, and then he just hits for 1 to 37. And then you had the other Etten here, so... All led by the Hedge Wizard with level 1 hedge magic skills, which is usually not that great. So let's see, you got that, had an army there, yeah, so eliminating blue quickly was not in the cards for me at this point, so... oh, that's pretty cool. The Minotaur Lord is just a cool looking model. I like the sprite for sure. But yeah, so that's a small army. We saw this army. We saw what happened with that army, so that's pretty good. So it's pretty impressive so far. Okay, sorry about that. Had a quick diversion there. Yeah, so we were taking a look at their different armies. So we saw that. Let's see, that's a smallish army, but all my magic items on him. Congratulations, Pindaros. Got another army there. That's a tiny one. This one's a bit larger. As you can see, they own all of these forests here, which is just really increasing their herb income. Ooh, there's a fancy sacred grove. Let's see. Yeah, just a single centaur. Gotta look for these guys. Yep, that's another large army. So yeah, there really wasn't a chance. Oh, here's our high priestess. So she had this kind of army, which is not that great, but you know, better than what they're running against, I guess. So I got new respect for these guys here because of their 2 attacks with different damage channels. They have that javelin. They're battle fast, so they move quicker, and they're berserkers. So all of those plus sleep resistance, 9 hit points base. They're pretty good quality for what they are. So those are not bad. I'll admit. And then the better version are the javelin. Oh, that's the javelin. Sorry. These guys are the warriors. They just have more hit points. They don't have the javelins. So yeah, those are pretty good. This is another large army here that, yeah, there's just no way we were going to be able to grind through this. And that's exactly what it would be, is a grind to get through all of this. They had another one here. So in order for me to wipe them out, I would have had to basically start grinding out each spot of the map, controlling it. But since they had such a wide swath and my team, my commander can't build up a large enough force in time, we just would never have been able to keep up. So, oh, and there's their stronghold. So this is probably why these catapults here and some good quality troops in there are probably why they never took it. They just probably didn't have an army close enough that was in sufficient numbers to do so. So yeah, that was interesting. I did enjoy the Enchanter. There's a lot of cool toys to play with, but it really does feel like every move you make puts you behind other leaders, because you know, as I'm going through, and I literally burnt down all of these forests and turned them into wood golems, and at the end of the day I only had about 5 or 6 wood golems in my total forest because they kept dying because they can't heal. So that's a big detriment. The clay golems did really well, but as you see, we have no swamps left down here, and so the only swamps we have are over here. We'd have to go out of our way just to make them. The lake golem, or the ice golem that we made, melted, which is unfortunate as well. But and then yeah, everything else would just eat too many resources to do. So if I could have gotten back over here and gotten these gems, turned them into crystal golems, that would have been nice. But we just couldn't get ourselves out of this swarm. I mean, we had another group of Maenads come in. Yeah, we just had too many forces just coming in. We couldn't fight it. We couldn't resist it. So yeah, that was the end of this run. So you know, keep your eyes open next time, and we will have a video with a new leader. We'll go with somebody different. And see what we end up with tomorrow. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please like, comment, and subscribe. It means a lot to me. This unfortunately didn't end the way I wanted it to, but at least we learned a few things running through the Enchanter. And I did enjoy some of the different methods, but it's so luck-based with the spells you get that without the right sets of spells to start out, you really do put yourself behind. So, all right, I will bid you guys farewell.